So, I don't remember my first love ending up any way these did.
Ooh, Yaoi review.
Hi everybody, it's Corbin, and today I am here to talk about Unsophisticated and Rude by, where is it? Momoko Tenzen. Alright, we shall read it. Well, we'll read the back. We'll delve into it and get into the nitty-gritty. Hiroto and his best friend Satoshi have been inseparable ever since they were little boys. But what Hitiro is supposed to do when Satoshi confesses that he's got a serious crush on a gorgeous and popular upperclassman named Nayo. Hitiro wants his buddy to land the man of his dreams, of course, but there's a brand new feeling tugging at Hitiro's heartstrings. Can this lifelong friendship weather the stormy waters of love? Unsophisticated and Rude reveals the boys have it just as rough as girls when it comes to sneaky flirtation, passionate confession, and getting the one you love to love you back. In these short, sweet tales of friendship and heartache, a cast of beautiful men must decide when to let their true feelings shine through, and when to take the plunge into physical bliss. Sometimes you have to risk everything to keep perfect love by your side. This is 18+. It is published by June and B.S. Garden. I don't know about that one. And it is what it is. So, this is a collection of shorts. I have to refer to the chapter page, the index, the contents, table of contents. So the title story is Unsophisticated and Rude, and that one works out in kind of a surprising manner. Now, you have two friends who've been friends since they were children. They go to an all-boys school. One friend confesses he's in love with a boy that's an upperclassman on their basketball team. The other boy seems really hurt about it. The entire time I read it, I assumed that he was hurt because he was in love with his friend, but that's not how it was. It turned out the upperclassman and the main boy were lovers, at least once, and they both loved each other. And were denying each other, well, they end up together. That's the easiest way to put it, just point blank. They end up together, and then he ditches his best friend, hoping they can still be friends. But they're both kind of like at that high school age, which means they wouldn't be friends afterward. So, there's that one. It wasn't my favorite story, actually, now that I go talk about it. It really wasn't my favorite story. The next one is Pretender, which let me flip through and double check that I'm not mixing that up. So again, The Pretender is a little bit of a high school romance. It's two friends who live next door to each other. One is just broken up with his girlfriend, and the other one is been single for a while. And it turns out that the one who had a girlfriend actually wasn't dating the girl, who's just a bodyguard, and is 100% gay, has never been attracted to women. And the reason they broke off their arrangement of him being her bodyguard was because she fell in love with him and wanted to make it more. The two friends end up getting together in that one too. No surprise really there. I wasn't shocked by it. It was not my favorite. The next one, I have to keep an eye on this, Midori Vivid in My Eyes. Now, that one is my favorite out of all of them, but that one took me the longest to read, and I can't tell you why. Midori Vivid in Your Eyes is about a boy who's in college, and he is actually a really nice guy. He goes and he helps save a guy from getting stung by a caterpillar. The guy apparently is terrified of bugs and runs off, and that one evolves roughly standard. They fall in love, but what I like about it is how they work together through their love, how they decide to overcome the things that they have seen as obstacles. It wasn't hokey. It was actually a really good love story. Then there are two more, well, one more, and then afterward, no, two more. Second Love, College Reunion. They get together, a group of friends get together for their high school reunion, and they go about, it goes roughly standard. It turns out that he had a friend who, well, the main guy in the story had a friend who he completely forgot about. They were best friends, and he just completely blocked him out and forgot all about him. Well, it turns out those two had a relationship where around graduation they sat there making out and falling in love, and the other boy was so traumatized and in denial about his sexual orientation that he decided to ditch him and forget all about him. And then when they did the meetup, they fell back in love. That one was interesting. I want to be your number one. Let me double check. Oh, this one is another high school college story about two boys who, again, are friends. And honestly, I couldn't tell you why the story was such a thing in here at all. Oh, now I remember. Alright. The main thing of this story is one boy did not take the other boy serious when he said, I love you, and he'd been saying I love you for years, and didn't take any of his hints about him wanting to date him. And it flows roughly the same, along the same path, and they get together. It's very predictable. Now, plotline-wise, meh for each story. Meh. The only one I liked was the Midori one, and that one was purely because it didn't flow standard. There was different turmoil than normal yaois. There was different feelings compared to normal yaois. So it was good. Art-wise, it's a fairly traditional manga style. I mean, anime manga yaoi style. There isn't anything too special about it whatsoever. I thoroughly liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was very pretty. I didn't see anything wrong with it, so that's that. Overall, honestly, reality, I would not highly encourage anyone to pick this up, because it's just such a middle ground yaoi that, I mean, if you're on a plane ride, there's nothing explicit on here to make anyone around you feel uncomfortable. There's kissing. There's pretty much just kissing. You don't really see much else. And well, that's about it, really. I mean, it's so middle ground. I mean, it's literally a 2.5 out of 5. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't that memorable, which, I mean, happens with middle ground. So, yeah. If you guys have questions or comments, shoot them down below. If you've read this before, let me know, because I'd love to know your take on it. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye. You like what you see? Then... subscribe!